That's better. Good morning. So I just wanted to really quick make a video to document my day yesterday to tell you all about it because it's amazing. Didn't start out that way, but it definitely ended that way. So yesterday morning I dropped the kids off at school and I was going to DG because I had to get a couple things. Well, as I'm backing out of my driveway, I see this dog, okay, this stray dog. And the way that she was sitting in people's front yards, looking at their house, like, could you be my home? She's lost. And I see stray dogs all the time. And if you know me, you know I am the biggest animal lover. If I had my way, I'd have like 100. I'm not even exaggerating. But it's just not, I just can't, whatever. So I see this dog and she's just tugging at my heart. I'm like, oh my gosh. I go to DG. She's still in my mind. I come back. She's at another house doing the same thing way down the street. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this baby, she needs me. I need to help her. I go home. I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, oh my gosh, what do I do? Like, this is bothering me. This is beating at me, literally. She's like, Lindsay, just go get the dog. So that's what I did. I went and got the dog. Took some pictures, made some posts on Facebook, reached out to a bunch of people. I even called animal control to see if they could come, and they scanned her for a chip. She wasn't chipped. So they said, we'll get back to that. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what can I do? It's like, I have a dog who's older. She's also a rescue that I have had for many years now. She's in congestive heart failure. I can't even begin to tell you how much money I spend on her medications every month, but it's okay. She's worth it. And she's not really dog friendly. She needs to be an only child. Live out her remaining days, just getting all the attention. So I'm like, what do I do? Because I can't let this dog go. I can't keep it. And I can't just let her go. My husband's like, oh, she's a stray, just let her go. I'm like, no, I can't. I can't do that. So, and plus I felt like me and this dog, there was something there. Like I was supposed to help this dog. Okay. So after all day of I'm just mentally exhausted and emotionally drained about worrying about this dog, because all this transpired at like 9 a.m. And at this point, it's like 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I have fed her. I have loved on her. She's run around in the backyard. She's met some neighbors. Like, I walked her. It was just, loved her. I get a message from somebody that I had reached out to. And she's like, look, I unfortunately can't take her because she's also has a rescue group. She was like, but fortunately, I know somebody who can. And she's amazing. Okay, and I was like, great. So she gave me her contact info. I called this lady. I drove to her house to bring her little Daisy. That's what we named her, Daisy. I wanted Lucy. He said Daisy, so husband won. I walk up. We're talking for a second. I'm like super emotional because like I'm sad because this dog's already stole my heart. I already love her. Like I already feel some kind of, I don't know. I can't describe it. I just, like I said, I love all dogs and I see it, but something about this dog just pulled at me. So long story short, I say my goodbyes, and I was like, do you mind if I call and check in on her just to make sure everything's okay? And she's like, yeah, I'll keep you updated if I find anything. I'm like, all right, great, because we're still going to try to find her owner. I just couldn't keep her, and I didn't want her to get hit. I just couldn't let her go. So, at least now, if I find the owner, I can tell him where she's at. I'll even go get her back for you. Well, the woman calls me. Well, first she texts me, and she says, lady has a chip. She's from Tri-County. I'm like in all caps, what? I'm confused. So she calls me and she says, okay, so the dog's name is Lady. She did have a chip. Lady. She's 12 years old, and I knew that baby was older, like my girl, because her eyes have just told me that she's seen some life. And she is registered. Her chip is registered about 11 to 12 miles away from where you found her in your neighborhood. And I was like, wow. So get this, the reason for me making this video. Her name's Lady. The woman that I brought her to said that she had been singing a song about a lady all day. Da, 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 lady, da, da, lady. Really? Not only that, but Lady, aka Daisy, was adopted from this very woman's rescue, okay, back in 2016. 2016. This dog came from this woman's rescue. What? What? So not only have you been singing about a lady all day, I have brought you literally Lady, the dog. Okay, you run a rescue group that you used to have Lady at. It's like, if you don't believe in God, you need to get down on your knees and pray. Because I'm telling you, and I knew long before this, honey, but God is real. I would never doubt God. And as soon as she told me that, I started busting out in tears. I mean, I had already been crying, but this was a different kind of cry. And I was like, thank you, Lord. And I'm just so grateful that you used me to carry out this plan that you had for this beautiful baby girl. And I am just, all the worry that I had went right away because I knew she was where she was supposed to be. We couldn't get in touch with the owner. And I don't know, you never know what happens. You never know if somehow, I mean, for her to go 11 or 12 miles and not get hurt, I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible, but, or, these days people just drop dogs off for whatever reason. I mean, you just don't know. But that dog was supposed to end up here. That dog was supposed to be saved by me and taken to this wonderful woman. And I am just so blessed. God always has his eyes on us. He always has his arms of protection wrapped around us. And you have to listen to this. God doesn't speak here. He speaks here. And you will feel it because it will be profound. It will eat at you. It will gnaw. And you will not be able to ignore it. And don't ignore it because you never know that the plan might be for you. It might be for someone else, something else. But I just had to share that because I was like, you know what? Divine intervention at its best. And now I know why I was so drawn to this dog and why I had a mission. I had a mission from the minute I saw her to get her to this woman. It's a beautiful thing. So, happy Wednesday, happy hump day. And, you guys have a blessed day.